So we've just had Season 4 released to Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2, and it's going to be a lot shorter than all of the prior seasons, as according to the Battle Pass timer, it's going to only last 48 days, which has already begun counting down, meaning that Season 5 is going to begin on August 2nd. And Season 5 is actually going to be the final season of Modern Warfare 2. As you know, this game was planned to have 6 seasons, however, it's been cut short because instead we're going to be seeing Modern Warfare 3, which is going to be headed by Sledgehammer Games, although Infinity Ward and Treyarch will be helping out with it, and its apparent release date is planned to be on November 10th, 2023, with campaign early access a week prior, according to Insider Gaming. And I guess that's the reason why we're seeing 5 seasons now, because they're going to be pushing back a lot of that content, particularly a lot of the Modern Warfare 2 map remakes that we can already play in Al Mazrah, and the upcoming Last Almas Warzone map are being saved for Modern Warfare 3, so we're instead getting less content in Modern Warfare 2 so that Modern Warfare 3 will have enough content on release, since it's being developed in a much shorter time period, since it was originally supposed to be an expansion pack for Modern Warfare 2 in its year 2, but Activision caved and decided to turn it into a fully fledged Call of Duty game. But the reason why I think this is important is because Season 5 is going to be the final season, it'll be the season that transcends and leads into Modern Warfare 3, and according to the apparent release date of Season 5 being August 2nd, according to Insider Gaming, Modern Warfare 3 is to be revealed via some sort of live event inside of Warzone on August 1st, which is just a day before Season 5 releases, so we might get the live event and then that'll transition into Season 5. But of course, like with all leaks and rumours, we need to take all of this with a massive grain of salt. It may end up not being on August 1st, it could be slightly later, slightly before. This is just a leak, and of course, like with all leaks, everything is subject to change. But I find this really interesting because of course we learned with the Season 4 reveal that the final episode of Raids, which is going to be Episode 4, coming in Season 4 Reloaded, will conclude that episodic saga. However, previously we had learned that there was going to be 5 raids, obviously one to correspond with each season, but I guess the 5th and final one has been cut short, and I'm guessing that is due to developer constraints and not enough people have been playing the raids, and because developers have probably been forced to move on to developing Modern Warfare 3. But they did say that the final episode of Raids, Episode 4, coming in Season 4 Reloaded, which I'm really excited about, is going to transition into something redacted to follow on from it, and we don't know what redacted is, but that could simply be Modern Warfare 3, or maybe it could even be the reveal for Modern Warfare 3. Maybe they've turned the final raid, instead of it being an actual raid, into a live event that we might experience in Warzone, for example. Or maybe some people have been speculating that instead, the first campaign mission of Modern Warfare 3 could merely be what the final episode of Raids was going to be. Of course, in the last episode of Raids, we finally managed to uncover Farah's brother Hadir within the Atomgrad bunker. However, he forced us to put our guns down, and I guess we are caving in since we are defenseless. And in the final episode of Raids, I'm guessing this storyline with Hadir is going to somehow tie into the post-credit scene of Modern Warfare 2, which is the reboot of No Russian, where a bunch of Russian ultranationalists have of course hijacked a commercial plane, likely to frame it as an American attack. We obviously see the text messages saying No Russian, and they're texting someone labeled M, which I'm guessing is Makarov. So is Hadir working for or with Makarov? Of course, it seems very likely that Hadir is indeed Al-Assad. Of course, he doesn't have the long beard and stuff like that, but the characters do look very similar, and I've already posted a video explaining exactly why he is likely Al-Assad, and of course, Makarov and Al-Assad are both one of the 4 horsemen, so it makes more sense that they are working together. But regardless of what ends up happening, it's going to somehow tie together into this No Russian post-credit scene, which I am looking forward to. So yeah, I'm really excited for this last episode of Raids, not really to play it or anything like that, but just to find out what is going to be happening storyline-wise, and especially because it might then be leading into some sort of live event to reveal Modern Warfare 3, and I'm guessing probably the first campaign mission, or at least one of the very early ones, will actually be the reboot of No Russian. Of course, we know that Hadir wants to team with Farah and Co and Captain Price to quote-unquote kill Russians, and I don't think that's referring to the Russian ultranationalists, although it could be, but it's likely referring to the Russian government. So it could be that Makarov and his Russian ultranationalists are going to be flying this plane into a Russian building or something like that, and then framing it as an American attack to try and start some sort of World War III, similar to in the original Modern Warfare 2. But again, this is all just a theory, just speculation, but I'd like to think that would be very likely. And it is worth mentioning that unlike Vanguard, we are going to be seeing a Halloween event this year, so this will be inside of Season 5, as we're going to be seeing a Haunting of Al Mazrah event. So even though we're not seeing a Season 6, Season 5 will be beefy because, of course, we'll have the regular Season 5, and then we'll see a big big Halloween-themed update. Hopefully it is really good, especially because we didn't see one last year. The ones in Cold War and Modern Warfare 2019 were amazing. So we have a lot more information regarding Season 5 and beyond, which I'm going to hop into in a little second, but first of all, I want to let you know about an amazing game. I want to let you know that this video has been kindly sponsored by TimeQuake, of which you can sign up using your email to be entered into the early access on Steam for free when it releases. In the meantime, be sure to wishlist it. Brought to you by MW2 Studios, time is your weapon in this online PvP first-person team shooter, where opposing factions bend time to take out opponents and complete objectives to dominate the battlefield. War in the fourth dimension. Join in an epic conflict that will determine the future of the universe. On a remote island, the Infinity Corporation has been secretly developing a gigantic time machine called the Chronosphere. Their goal: to alter the course of human history and make themselves the de facto rulers of the world. To stop the Infinity Corporation, coalition forces launched a military assault. During the attack, the Chronosphere was damaged, causing it to malfunction. This malfunction created a time bubble around the island, which resets itself every 15 minutes. With each reset, the bubble grows. If unconstrained, it will engulf the whole planet. Eventually, the entire universe will be trapped in a time loop. This island is now the battleground for control of time itself. Do you want to protect our past or fight for a new future? You decide. It's time to decide which side you are on. The game's key features include the ability to combine weapons and time powers to take out opponents, accelerate and rewind yourself, and move objects backwards and forwards in time. The game features missions, not matches. Sessions are won by teams working together to complete objectives. What's more is that it features a world of infinite possibilities, so much replay value, an ever-expanding universe of characters, locations, and missions. So be fast and sign up for TimeQuake's early access today by clicking the link in the description or via the pinned comments. Considering it's free, there's literally no reason not to sign up, and since it's early access, you can be one of the first to try it out before it blows up. And don't forget to wishlist it as well. You can also check out their Discord channel to stay up to date with all things surrounding the game and increase your chances of being one of the first to check it out, and you can also make friends with other like-minded people that are excited for the upcoming release. I hope you enjoy and have lots of fun. So bringing it back to the discussion of Season 5, of course, within the files of Modern Warfare 2, so many different multiplayer maps have leaked, and of course we know, like I said before, there are a bunch of remakes within Las Almas and also Mazrah, such as Favelas on Las Almas, and we also have Terminal in Mazrah, and all of these remakes are not releasing to Modern Warfare 2 for some reason, and that's, like I was saying before, is probably because these remakes are being saved for Modern Warfare 3. Maybe they're going to have all of the, or at least the majority of, the original Modern Warfare 2 maps inside of Modern Warfare 3, and that could be some sort of sales marketing tactic, but that's why I'm not going to be talking about any leaked maps coming that could potentially come in Season 5, because I think it's kind of pointless when a vast majority of them are probably just being saved for Modern Warfare 3. But one thing that we do know regarding Season 5 is we have the two operators leaked, which are Mace, which of course we saw in Modern Warfare 2019, and we are also going to be seeing Graves. Yes, that is right, Graves from Shadow Company is somehow still alive, and he is going to be, I guess, the main Battle Pass operator in Season 5. Now, I previously speculated in a video talking about how I think Graves is probably still alive because, of course, we blew up his tank, however, we never physically saw his death on screen, and a thing that is very, very prominent in video games and films, that if you don't see a death on screen, you should assume that they are going to return at some point and still be secretly still alive, and we saw that previously with Alex. Of course, at the end of Modern Warfare 2019, the furnace blew up, he was inside, we assumed he was dead, and then he came back as an operator later in 2020. So yeah, Graves is still alive, and that means we're going to be seeing him probably as the commander of Shadow Company, maybe now as Shepard has gone disaffected, and yeah, we will eventually see Graves and Shepard back in action, and I'm guessing that storyline with Shadow Company and stuff like that is going to then tie into Modern Warfare 3. Honestly, the post-launch story of Modern Warfare 2 has been very, very weird, because of course we've had the raids, which has been the only thing that has been a coherent story across each season, but it's all been within the Atomgrad bunker. But then we've also had minor seasonal cutscenes. Most of these seasonal cutscenes haven't really given us any story information apart from Season 3, where we obviously saw Valeria escape from prison, and then we learned that Alejandro was going to be trying to go after her, and then of course we saw her, you know, and the cartel attacking on Mazrah within the Spec Ops Defender mission that was added in Season 3, and we haven't really heard much since. And of course, we've also seen various storyline stuff unfold in Spec Ops and also DMZ, but it's never really been continued. It's not bled together. When we look at Modern Warfare 2019's post-launch story and we look at Black Ops Cold Wars, they had very coherent stories that made sense and followed a big chronological story. With both Vanguard and Modern Warfare 2, they've been all over the place. Like I said, with Modern Warfare 2, it's been more coherent than Vanguard, especially because the raids obviously follow on from each other, but the rest of the seasonal story stuff has been really all over the place. And something else I want to note is the fact that we might see some sort of Perseus influences within Modern Warfare 3, especially because maybe Makarov could be the new member of Perseus. Of course, the bunker, Atomgrad, is an old Soviet Perseus-owned bunker. That's in fact where the Soviet missile that Hadir now has one of the warheads of actually came from. It came from Perseus, and I guess he's going to be using the Russian weapons against them because he wants to kill Russians. But we also do know that in Ashika Island, the bunker is again a Perseus bunker. There's Perseus flags. We've also seen Nova 6 appearing in some of the multiplayer maps and again in Ashika Island. So we're not sure exactly what Perseus are up to and how that's going to tie into Modern Warfare 3 because the storyline's not really been expanded upon. Now, earlier, of course, I mentioned how Graves and also Mace are going to be returning, and we had previously Graves' voice actor was teasing at his return on Instagram, essentially saying if you want to see him, he'll see what he can do, and we are seeing him back. So yeah, we thought these were teasers to him returning, and now we know for sure he is going to be back. But in regards to Mace, I don't really know how he's going to tie into the storyline. Could he potentially be working for Shadow Company now? We do know from Infinity Ward's art director that Mace and Ghost both used to work together and in the same unit, but things changed, and of course they both have the similar ghost masks. So I'm not sure how all of this story is going to unfold moving forward in the future. Like I said, Modern Warfare 2's post-launch story has been quite messy, a bit difficult to follow in comparison to Modern Warfare 2019 and Black Ops Cold War, but that's everything I wanted to talk about in this video. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not here for latest and greatest Call of Duty news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.